am having an episode of seasonal depression, or more appropriately, festive depression, which starts setting in around Christmas and strengthens after the New Year Eve. I don't know how to make it better, so I decided to make this video, hoping that while making it, I'll find the right words to comfort someone out there suffering with the same situation. Maybe it's because we are conditioned to be more sympathetic towards others than to ourselves that sometimes we can't really find the word to comfort ourselves. The new year doesn't really scare me. Weird thing is that I can't really pinpoint exactly what triggers these episodes, but they are definitely not because of the uncertainty that accompanies a new year. These episodes have just become a part of my life, and maybe this is where someone might advise me to get some therapy. And I am so happy to announce that BetterHelp has kindly not sponsored this video. You were about to click off this video, weren't you? I hate it when creators suddenly feel the need to talk about their struggles when a sponsor comes in. I'm not denying their struggles, don't get me wrong, but it feels very inauthentic when a QR code with discount code pops up on the screen while the creator is talking about something so fragile. Therapy. I do need it, but I can't afford it at the moment. So instead, I rely on sugar to heal me momentarily. The sugar that my sister puts when she decides to make some s'mores for me because I'm feeling low. It is warm and gooey and stretchy and made me feel heard even if only for the time being. This video was not what I had in mind as my next upload, but I needed to make this, so I set all other plans aside and started working on it, only to realize that I promised myself that I would rest at night after studying for the whole day, only to give away my slowing down time to working on this very video under the guise of journaling. Maybe I'm burnt out. I feel tired nowadays, but my sleep feels more porous than a sponge. It doesn't help that around 3 in the morning, all the street dogs decide to have a barking contest. I've started reading more because I get easily overstimulated, and reading is the only thing keeping me sane by taking over all the real estate available in my brain. My worries are not my own anymore. Rather, I worry about Mary Rue's arrest by the Nazis, or about Grace not forgiving herself for her husband's death and giving up on the love coming her way in the face of Mark. It might sound grim and morbid, but reading books set during wars makes me feel more grateful about all that I am privileged enough to have, and simultaneously makes me feel guilty about still complaining. But sadness doesn't necessarily originate from lack or abundance. People with a lot more than me are still sad, and people with a lot less are exponentially more content and happy. It all boils down to perspective and gratitude, and during these episodes, I become impervious to everything else. It appears out of nowhere and makes me believe that everything around me is a reason enough to feel sad. I tried smiling, but it felt like I was just stretching my face. I tried eating and ended up binging instead and feeling guilty about it. I cooked because it always brought me joy, but the onions made me cry, and even though everything tasted good, by the time I was done cooking, my appetite was gone. I felt a little self destructive, so decided to bake a chocolate cake, but not enough destructive, so dark chocolate it was. I measured and poured and mixed, and the smell of vanilla made me forget for a second that this was just another attempt at filling up the space dangling inside me.
Even though we come and go, relationships just last so long. There's gotta be a place they still play on. Here with you and gone tomorrow, but I don't believe in days at all. Somewhere in time and space we're not apart. How do I get there and where can I find it? Maybe it's somewhere and not just my mind. It's gotta be out there. I just wanna try. I know I should leave you alone, 'cause that's your favorite place to go. Close your world so you can keep control. Time apart is how time moves. Measure time by time with you. The in-between don't count to me, no. And maybe somewhere I'll be over it, but it ain't here, no it ain't in this place I'm in. Really love to do some traveling, anywhere that ain't inside my head. Even though we come and go, relationships just last so long. It's gotta be a place they still play on, still play on. Here with you and gone tomorrow, but I don't believe in days at all. Somewhere in time and space we're not apart. So how do I get there and where can I find it? Maybe it's somewhere and not just behind it.
I've made this exact cake so many times and it has brought so much joy to others, but today's context made it so grim. The cake turned out good, and since I'm a content creator, the recipe will be linked in the description. I also made egg biryani and sweet potato stew for dinner. I don't know how to make things better, but I do know that things tend to get better on their own, eventually. Maybe I'm just frustrated waiting for that to happen. One day at a time. Let's just go another day and then one more. Eventually, all of this would just be like a bad dream or another YouTube video documenting a depressive episode on the internet.